Season 2, Episode 25. Hey, good day, humans on Earth. This is Topher Gray along with
Iowa Rockwell.
And this is the Stupid Box Podcast, where we talk about thinking outside the box of the box you are thinking outside of. I'll let you think about it. Like we never left.
So smooth. So smooth.
Yeah, this setup is something else.
It's comfortable, is what it is. It's
yeah, is it?
Yeah, it's definitely more comfortable. We'll
It's
keep
more-
harping
it's-
on it, but
it's
for us,
more-
it's just, yeah.
It's more, and then look, we got the guest mic empty.
Yeah, it's nice. Unfortunately,
Yeah.
no, that's not nice that the guest mic's empty. You know, I would like to have somebody here.
Yeah. We'll get a
Got some more
guest in
people
soon. Yeah. I got some scheduled. You got some scheduled.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, so that'll be fun when they sit there and. You know what I was thinking about bringing out? Not that I think about it. I was every time Elise has me go for a run, like, oh, can you go do this? Because I've been doing like a lot of stuff. I say like I'm not supposed to be doing shit, right? Like I be doing it. Yeah, you're supposed to do stuff, right? I always make my way into the toy aisle.
Okay.
Like wherever I'm at.
Wherever if they have a toy aisle, you'll find your way in there.
Yeah, and it's just to look to see if they got like rare action figures or just some
rare
just
figures
something,
in general. Period.
Something. So she's like, go to Walgreens. I go to Walgreens. Of course, look for the toy aisle.
Right.
You know, even if I never
Find
been
anything
there.
cool?
Yeah, I found a To-Go Connect 4.
Ah.
It's like a miniature Connect 4 because I like Connect 4. I think you do too, right?
Yeah,
You do.
yeah.
So the thing is, I don't want to be walking with the big ass box and
Right.
you can hear the box going, you know, like
You
the
hear the
crayons.
pieces going back
Yeah.
and
Like I'm
forth.
like, I cannot be fucking walking around. And then there's times I want to take it to like work or wherever I'm at and just pull it out. There's some people that I'm gonna catch.
Yeah, man.
You know,
Yeah.
I'm like, yo,
It's,
you know, like I caught you. You talking that shit before. Let's
play.
go.
I know a couple
But
Connect 4, aficionados.
yeah, okay.
Some world champs, man.
We got to get him on the pod. You said you know some?
Yeah, man. I know some.
Yeah, and I consider myself one of them.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So you would accept a nice challenge of
of course,
fellow champion,
of
champion.
course. Well, that's why I said, you know what?
Okay.
I'm buying this.
All right.
So I bought it, and everywhere I go, that shit's with me. Like I'm always like,
I gotta see it, man. You got it with. I mean,
yeah,
it's with you now. I know you got it with you now.
Let me go get it. Hold on.
Gotta see, man, because it's
entertain the audience.
Yeah, of course, man. Connect 4, huh? Connect 4 is it's a universal game. Shout out to Video Dave and Mike Eagle, man. They played a lot of Connect 4 when they were on tour, and if we ever get Mike on the podcast, we have to let these self-proclaimed Connect 4 champions battle it out. Topher Gray versus Mike.
Oh man, I would destroy them, man.
Oh, destroy!
Come on,
the
hey,
word,
who wants
the
what, man?
language.
Let's go.
Oh wow,
Let's go.
Okay.
I mean, do they got a To-Go one?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
I mean, if they don't, I don't know if
If
I
they
can take them
don't, then-
serious, man. You know, I don't know if I can take them serious, man.
Yeah,
But it's not. And all in all,
huh?
it's a real fun game. I enjoy playing it. We do get competitive, but that's just us being competitive. You know.
Yeah, that's pretty.
It has the pieces on the side
pretty
where you could
legit.
store them. You see that?
And then how do they drop out?
You just pull them on the
see.
side, just like.
Oh.
And then you just here. Let me boom. And then when you want to store them back in there.
Isn't that interesting, huh?
Yeah. So I seen this and. She's like, do you need that really? And I'm looking at her like,
That's a quality piece.
yeah, I need this really.
Yeah, this is a quality piece,
Isn't it? So now I could play anybody wherever. And it's an official, we got the box. It's an official, it's an official Connect 4.
It's right
See?
here.
Connect 4,
this
the
is
original
legit.
game of Connect 4, yeah.
Grab and go. I mean, we could play a game as we pod.
Yeah. But look, if I lose, I'm going to make the excuses now.
He said I'm going to make the excuses now.
I'm holding on to something that I don't usually go with. And we're potting. So I won't be really paying attention.
This guy said I'm going to make these. Mind you, he's making the same excuses that I'm also involved in.
Yeah.
So is it really an excuse, or is it just an even playing field?
No, because I never lose.
So if you lose, then we lost on an even playing field. Because everything you said, I'm doing the same thing.
No. No. If I lose, that's what it is. You know? And then if you win.
And if I lose, what is it?
It's just
because
me being
better.
great.
Yeah, you're just better.
You see what I'm saying? Let's go, man.
I get you.
Yeah. So I mean, this is a great piece I have here, man.
Yeah, this is legit.
Now, this is like some. Let me ask you this, since we're talking about games and being a kid at heart.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this: when you get older, how do you somehow keep this in your soul? Because I'm a strong believer of keep the soul young.
Keep the soul young.
Yeah.
You through youth, for one, through my nephews and nieces. You know?
Yeah.
Because since I don't have any children, I never had to be the 100% disciplinary figure.
Okay.
I was always able to like have fun and discipline when necessary, but always have fun. You know, when the time came. Mm-hmm. So that allowed me to always stay a little younger.
Yeah.
Because I didn't have to be a full-fledged disciplinary figure. You know what I mean? If that makes sense.
Yeah. See, I was thinking about this. You know, when you're young in a certain space where you're kind of just living free, you're sane, you're speaking your mind, then you stop. And then, at least this is happening to me.
Well, when you're young, you're not aware of society in a sense. You're just speaking your mind, you're growing.
And doesn't that feel good?
And then as you get older, you get aware of society and how they view you and views, and then you start kind of closing off and only giving out what's going to make life easiest.
And then you stop it. Then you stop it. So a lot of people stop it and they become adults. And I gotta act a certain way, right? And then you get older. And then you start not giving a fuck anymore.
You revert back, man. You say it's all full circle, man. You revert back to,
Hold on. Where is this at, man? Where is this at? Yeah, there we go. Then you start to speak freely.
Yeah.
You start doing the same shit you were doing when you're
giving a fuck, man.
Like, yo, this kid's talking like a toddler now, man. Have you gone through that yet, or have you ever stopped speaking? Or
nah, right now I'm at the stage where I'm like, all right, speak freely more. Like, say what say what you really feel. But I'm not at the stage where it's like quality speak freely elderly folk who's just like, I'm just gonna say it because I put enough years on this earth, so I'm saying it because I want to say it. I don't care about the repercussions. I'm saying it, and not in an ignorant way, but it's like, oh, that dude.
No. Do it in an ignorant way, man. I mean, just why not, man? I mean, that's it. It's how you feel. If it comes off that way, then it's kind of like.
But what you say, you got to watch your words. Even as an old person, you gotta watch your words. You can't be out here just talking reckless. The thing is,
if you're older, you get away with talking reckless because you don't want to be that dude beating up an old person. Even though I'm pretty sure it has happened.
It has happened and it will happen. So watch your words because there are people who will beat up old people and the elderly because of what they say.
Can you imagine that shit, man? Just like my Velcro sneakers. My Velcro sneakers are all like fucking. They just he's hanging
upside down by your New Balance and stuff like. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So you're there.
Yeah.
You're speaking.
I'm getting there. You gotta speak.
Yeah.
You gotta speak, man.
Yeah. I think I'm almost fully there.
Yeah, you gotta be authentic with who you are, and that includes speaking freely.
Yeah.
I'm at the time where I'm like really understanding how to pick, when to pick and choose in different situations, but you gotta speak.
Yeah, I agree. But what I'm envious, I wish I moved like this because there was a certain point where I'm like, I gotta be kind of like a little reserved,
right?
And I think that was just me trying to adult, just not even thinking like, dude, you could just still say what you want, just say it with taste, try to deliver it right.
A lot of it's about delivery.
Yeah.
But there comes a time
the intent too. The intent.
And as you grow older, you realize what you really want out of life, what you can, what satisfy you, how much you need to actually live and be happy. You know what I mean? We have false ideas in our head, so it's like I can't speak my mind because I need this, and this. You realize like, oh, maybe I didn't need that much.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Maybe it would have been better to speak my mind and take a little bit less because it would have been better for me. I didn't need all that I was,
Yeah, I agree. I agree because that's another thing I think too. Like, all right, if I'm gonna say because now I'm conscious of it, right? It's not like I'm just blurting out shit.
Right.
I'm just more like, say it, and it just comes out, right? But it's a delivery for me. I'm like, I don't want my intentions are not bad.
Right.
I just want to let you know how I feel, and let's just move on, Mm-hmm. But I can understand some people just don't. They can't fathom around that shit. They're just like, how can this guy say that?
And so what's the probably craziest thing you said that's gotten a look in the last week?
The last week?
Yeah, is there something you can remember?
No.
When was the last time you like?
I got, you know what it is? I got so used to speaking freely. It's just, to me, it's kind of like normal.
So it doesn't even.
Yeah,
you
like
can't even remember when things happen because it's like this is what I do now.
Yeah, I'm like, is this really like upsetting, ladies and gentlemen? This guy,
hey man,
unconsciously but consciously, made his first move.
Hey man, the piece has been dropped.
All right,
the chip has been dipped.
Yeah, so I guess what you guys are witnessing is kids right now, kids at heart.
Yeah, man. Why not?
Kids at heart, man.
I mean, think about it. Who doesn't want to just sit and talk and play Connect Four? That sounds like a fun time. Sitting and talking with someone, playing Connect Four. It sounds like a great time. People should try it.
Let's go. Hold on. Now, I promise you guys, we'll not just get a Connect Four game with us. Just concentrate. Like, can you imagine if they're like, oh no, we're gonna sit through this shit? No, we're still talking about speaking freely.
Yeah.
And when's the time to do it, and when is not the time to do it. And you say there's a time and place for it, right?
For me, there's always a time and place for everything because you can't do everything all the time. It doesn't work ever. There's a time and place for almost, in my opinion, there's a time and place for everything. So you can't speak freely all the time and expect it to always work for you. It's not going to happen.
Is there a time and place to hold your tongue?
Of course there is.
Yeah? So that could, for everything. That could,
for everything. Because if you can't hold, tell me if you agree with me or not, but you can't.
Biting your tongue sucks, though.
Of course, it definitely does.
That is the worst.
It definitely does.
That is the worst. Just sitting there just like, I can't, I'm not.
Especially when you got facts, you got receipts in your pocket.
Yeah.
It's like, all right,
Have you ever heard like somebody older just like say some shit and you're just like.
Like what? Just some wild.
When I was younger, I got a story.
All right,
I got a story. Hold on. Do I need an effect for this? Why not? Let me take you back to Topher Gray's.
That effects make me want to play Connect Four.
Yeah, I'm gonna take you back. I was about 18, 19.
Okay.
I was with a good friend of mine, and we were playing. No, we weren't playing. We're playing now. Excuse me. You got me off focus now. What's your next move? We were sitting having lunch at a mall.
Okay.
Right? And it was like an early lunch. I want to say maybe like a late breakfast. Could have even been that. All I know was it was early and it was a lot of older people. And
is it like a Sunday morning or something?
It's like a Tuesday morning at the mall. I mean, food court. What do you think was just? It was just me and him were like the youngest people there.
Prime hours of the mall.
Yeah, we didn't even work there. Why were we there? I don't remember. But we're sitting there and we're having one of these teenage discussions about like ass and shit. Just like, oh man, what would you do with it? This girl, man, this girl. We're just two horny individuals just talking shit, right? And I just remember us in the conversation being so graphic and disgusting, and us knowing that as we're talking, so we're not even trying to like offend nobody. So we're just like, just talking real low and laughing and cracking jokes, and we're eating, and this older lady just walks up to us and she taps me on the shoulder, and she looks at me and she looks at my boy and she's like, I wish my husband was horny as you two kids. I would have a way better life, right? In a serious face. She wasn't even laughing when she said it. She said it serious, grabbed her cane and just walked away.
Yeah. So I was like, wow, Wow.
Well, like she didn't give a fuck. How old? I mean, we're about 18, but for her to get up and be like, these kids got to know this shit, and just say it. She said what she felt.
She said what she felt.
Applause to her, man.
She said what she felt,
and that stuck with me. Not more the conversation, what she said and how funny it was. More like she said it, didn't make an issue, and kept it moving.
Right.
She could have been like tap. Can't you see all these older people? Why would you guys be? Yeah, she could have just went in, but she said, "Hey, this is how I feel. If you guys get offended, nah."
Yeah,
and she just kept.
And she could even tap your shoulder and said that, like, "Hey, that's a disrespectful conversation," and walked away.
Yeah,
but she said how she felt either way and didn't make a big deal of it.
Nah,
she just had to say what she wanted to say.
Yeah, and that was great, man. That was great. And then my grandma's getting older, and I'm noticing she's starting to do some things that she really doesn't. I'm like, she doesn't give a fuck anymore, But they look so comfortable after doing it. I'm like,
because what worries do they have?
Nothing.
I mean, at that point,
they could see the finish line.
Yeah.
I mean, at that point, you're like,
you get a little more carefree.
You do,
because your responsibilities become less. I feel,
That's a good way to put it too. Like you can see the finish line because usually when people are getting closer, you're sweating.
Yeah.
You start to care less. You're taking off your shirt. You're just like you don't care about your face. You don't care about anything. You just want to get there, and you're willing to do whatever at this point. You see some people crawling. Like this person does not care.
Yeah.
So I mean, at least that's how I see it. Hold on, did you go?
Yeah, I threw a chip down.
This guy.
I did my chip, man.
This guy, man. He thinks he's slick, man.
Nah, we're just playing a game,
slick,
man.
You see?
Playing a game.
I gotta be focused, man. I gotta be focused.
Guy, he you set up with pre-excuses, so you had disclaimers of why if you lose, the reasons already why, which is pretty ridiculous.
But that's because I'm a sore loser too.
It's good. Self-evaluation is good.
Yeah. So he's making his next move, man.
Just took the chip. Just all I did was take the chip.
So I'm still on the topic of speaking freely. Mm-hmm. Do you remember the last time you jumped in and said some shit where you're like, damn, that was some ballsy shit I just said?
That was some ballsy shit.
That's some ballsy shit.
Damn. Nah. I'm trying to think of a reaction that would have gotten that would have made me think that.
I'm actually drawn to people that do it.
That just jump in and say some wild stuff?
Not even wild. Just, you could tell they're like, this person does not give a fuck. And that don't mean harm.
But do they make sense? Because sometimes not giving a fuck sense.
I like to refer to these people like as like Larry Davis. Like you watch Curb, right? I don't think he means harm. He's just there, just saying how he feels.
Yeah.
He just doesn't know when and when not to say it.
Right. He doesn't have.
But usually those people, when I see that, because I'm that person, I know when and when not to do it. But when I see people that don't give a fuck on that, like when and when not to do it, I gravitate towards them. I'm like, I'm going to go over there and hang out with this guy, man.
Because you're getting some unfiltered, raw realness.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know that's happening.
And that to me is joyful.
Yeah.
So I want to know, when did you say something joyful? When did you pull somebody in like me?
You say something.
Because you've done it.
I'm sure I have, man. But I mean, I can't remember, to be honest with you. Yeah, nothing on the top of my head that I can immediately pull. So I'd have to sit and try to remember some.
Yeah, I was trying to sit and think too, and I can't remember, but I do remember other people's.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What do you remember?
Oh man, hold on, let me think. There's a list. I'm like, man, this motherfucker said that shit.
There's a list.
We'll touch down on the art. I got a good friend, and I'll say his name because he doesn't give a shit. His name's Chenard.
Okay.
In a room full of people, I remember him just telling me how whack my music was, and kept it moving.
In what sense? Like,
well, he told everybody in the room, like, y'all like that bullshit?
Was it a whack song?
Got quiet. I thought it was good at the time. I go back now, I'm like, it sounds dated. I get why he said it, but I mean, I can see why people did like it.
Right.
But the room got quiet, and they looked at me like, are you gonna tell him? But I know how he is, and I knew, I'm just like, that's what he does and shit. Like, he just doesn't think. He just says this shit. Like, even I used to work with him. Even incidents at work, he'll say some shit, and I'm like, man, this guy does not care. But it grabs like
you right, like. But if you that works if the people around you can understand that's who you are.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then it gets sketchy when you do that.
Yeah. See, and that's the thing, though. I don't know. I don't know if he's moving with that mentality. Like, I know
if you
when
move
and when
everywhere
not
with
to
that
do
mentality,
it. But from the outside looking in, I'm like, this guy's just saying what the fuck he wants.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. And if you
can you imagine diving into somebody's head like that? Because I'm pretty sure you came across people like, damn, this guy.
Say whatever.
Yeah, like, damn.
So I mean, some people just have no filter. Pretty much, they don't. I mean, it doesn't matter.
Sometimes that too. Here, I'm gonna play devil's advocate. That could come off annoying as fuck.
Yeah, very much so. So it's like, do I gravitate? I don't know if I gravitate towards some of those people. Some, it depends on how they're saying things and what they're saying. Because you can say whatever you want in a whole bunch of different ways. Like, and I'm not gonna gravitate to you just because you're out here outbursting and saying what you want,
acting like, crazy and shit. Yeah, no, it would have to be in a way where I'm like if I was to meet somebody like a LD, like a Larry David, I'd be like, oh man, I can hang out with this guy.
Right.
You know, I was watching an episode the other day, Accidental Text. Watch that.
Accidental Text.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's good. It's good, man. It's good. Do you watch it?
Yeah, I haven't seen it in a while, man.
Yeah. What's interesting about
you have all the DVDs?
I got all except the last because when he took a break.
Yeah.
And that break is when Netflix and nobody was buying DVDs.
Okay.
So I bought it when it was kind of still in DVDs, and that's kind of when he stopped. I think he took 5 years. He took a long break, but that's the definition of speak freely, man.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah, like when I watch that shit, I'm like, man, this guy, man. And what's crazy, he's not even like that in real life. Like, he's like, yo, the guy you're watching is probably the guy I want to be, but that's not me.
That's him, though. That is him. With that statement, if that ever statement was his, that's you.
That's you,
That's just not who you feel comfortable showing to the world. But that's definitely you.
That's definitely it. And that's how I see it. When I see it, I'm like,
but we
that's
all
coming
have
from
to
a
filter.
place. That's coming from a place, man.
So you're talking about you would like to hang out with Larry David like the character.
Yeah.
More so than not more so than Larry David the person, the actual person. 'Cause he's cool, but the character is like.
You know what? Sometimes I think he probably is like that.
Of course he is. You know?
Yeah, he's got to be like that.
Yeah, he has to be like that.
Especially he's a comedian. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of shit that goes on.
100%.
He probably has a very aware, as opposed to the show. He doesn't show when, you know how you talk about when and when not to do it. In the show, it's open. I'm pretty sure
he hasn't made it this far without knowing when not to do it.
Yeah.
You don't make it far if you don't know when to shut it off and turn it back on. Like, it just doesn't work in life.
Yeah, speak freely, man. Shout out to that. Do you think we speak freely enough on this podcast?
Yeah, I do. Because I think the podcast has to grow. So why would I want to grow with this podcast. I want to be able to express more and grow within the medium to express more. So I feel like that's happening.
Yeah.
So we're speaking. I feel like, at least for myself, I'm speaking freely at the rate that I need to continually grow, because I don't want to just come out and like, oh, he gave us everything. Like, there's no growth. Like, let me grow within this role. So yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Because that's kind of when I'm on like I through the editing process, I go back and listen, and I'm like, damn, we're really going in. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm like, man, we're really like, I don't want to say not giving a shit, because I'm not insensitive.
We're very conscious of
yeah, I'm not, but it's just sometimes you need to blur it out.
Yeah.
And that's what the stupid box does. Thinking outside the box you are thinking outside of. And I'll let you sit on that again. Yeah, man. But updates. We're going to get back into updates.
Yeah, talk to him.
I'm still not gonna say if the baby is here or not.
This guy's gonna. Oh man.
I'm gonna keep this going until somebody blows my cover, or maybe I just might keep up after you blow my cover. Like, right. I don't know what you're talking about.
People hitting me up. Did he have the baby? I don't know. What do you mean you don't know? I know I'm lying to you, but I don't know.
What's the baby's name? What's the baby's name? And
Have you ever said what gender it is? I think you
Still
have.
no.
No?
Still no. No, I'm holding on to all of this, man. I am holding on to all of this, man. And speaking of holding on,
Yeah.
I want to end this podcast with something real quick. How is holding on to marriage going? Can you describe marriage real quick? How's it been so far?
Marriage was been over a month or so now, man. It's good. It's still too fresh to really describe because we're still closing off.
You'll probably feel it like after the first few years.
I think after the new year would probably be like, all right, because it's a fresh new year.
Yeah,
we're going in as a married couple and we're taking the head out. So that's when I'm gonna hold all my answers and hold everything. And the new year is gonna be the one where it's gonna feel real, feel different. Because it's a whole new start.
If you was to describe it now in one word, what would that word be? I'll let you think. I'll give you some time. And I'm not gonna put you into the pressure of even like the whole. I'll give you time by making my next move.
Okay, there you go.
All right. So where are we at?
One word, huh? One word. There you go. I see you, man. I see you. I would say real.
Wait. Is that the word you're going with?
Yeah.
All right. If you guys didn't catch it, let's go. Let's go.
Yeah, man, I would say real.
Real,
man. Marriage has been real.
Yeah, it's been real.
It's been real.
Ladies and gentlemen, give yourself a round of applause. Give I a round of applause, man. Because it's been real, man. Now, if you guys are not following, please follow. We do have social media handles, and that's anywhere at Stupid Box Podcast. So you just type that in. You'll find us Twitter, Instagram, anywhere.
Topher Gray, Ira Rockwell.
And then as far as like updates, I ain't got too much to update them on. I mean, we'll be having guests soon, but
yeah, we have a couple guests coming up, so we'll figure the schedules out. But it's gonna be nice.
Yeah, it's been a busy few months. Still,
it doesn't stop, right? It doesn't.
It's not gonna stop.
No, not at all.
It's not gonna stop.
But it's good. Like we always say, it's good, man.
Yeah, it's good, man. So on that note, man, peace and love, man. Let's go.